Queen of Flannel here. Welcome back to the channel. So today, we're gonna continue working in Mythographic Wild Winter. This was my color along for the month of January, and I am behind. There are two parts, previous parts to this color along, which I will link in the description below, but I don't know if we're going to finish it by the end of the month. If not, we will continue it into February until we're done with it, and then hopefully find another project to work on. But I did want to do some work in this with you guys, and yeah, and have a little chat and let you guys know what's been going on and some upcoming things for the channel. And as you can see, this book has fallen apart. I've already lost like 3 pages in this, which is a bummer. So they're sitting on my shelf behind me, but yeah, before I get into this section that we're going to work on today, which is some of this floral stuff down here, I just want to try something real quick, because I was having some, if I can get the cap off, because I was having some luck with this in one of my other mythographic books last night. I'm still working on the hedgehog page that I did a video for earlier in the month, and I found I really liked the way the colorless blending alcohol markers do with the luminance, so just kind of want to mess with this real quick and see how it does in this before we start here. It's yeah. All right. Well, I'll probably do this off camera. Oh, sorry. I'll actually need to reply to that text relatively quickly, but it's no biggie. I can't do anything about it right now. But anyway, so alcohol marker, colorless blending marker. This is just one of the cheaper ones. I think I can't remember if Artist Loft is Michael's or Joann's. It's one of those. But it does a nice job with the Luminance pencils, blending them, at least in the mythographic books. I haven't tried it in any of my other books yet, but I always recommend finding an inconspicuous spot in your book to test things out before you commit to a full page. So, I'm gonna do these tiny little flowers first and get those out of the way because they're relatively small. And I decided I'm gonna do the little flowers in the same color as her dress, just to pull that elsewhere into the picture, but that it's not going to dominate the page, just to keep a little I can't even today. Cohesiveness, that's the word I'm looking for. So that is 583 Violet Pink and 585 Perylene Brown. And we're just gonna do these real quick. They shouldn't take too long, and then we can move on to some of the greenery here. And I'm sure I will miss some of these and come back later. and realize that I've missed them. But that happens sometimes. So, yeah, just to give you guys kind of like a life update, if you will. I know I mentioned that my family had COVID a couple weeks ago. It started with my son, and then I got it, and within like a couple days um of my son having it, and then it took like another week before it finally caught up with my husband. But everybody is on the mend now. And I know I put out a couple videos in between there. One of them was one of the other parts of this, and I kind of talked about it a little bit. And then I had a video with just music in it because I thought I was feeling well enough to, start working on some things, but not really, like, I just wasn't feeling very chatty. And it was just one of those things where it was like my son pretty much within like a couple of days was like on the mend, but mine was kind of like one symptom would resolve and then another would pop up. So it was like I would think, okay, all right, we're coming out of this, and then something else would creep in, and like the fatigue, I think, was probably the worst part. And I have chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm used to being um I'm used to being tired. I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do these. Yeah, these are different type of flowers, so I'm gonna hold off on those. And I might pull some different colors. But I have chronic fatigue syndrome, and I'm used to being fatigued. And like the first day for me was like nothing I have ever experienced before. I'm typically, I don't know if it's like just mom mode combined with military mode, but I'm usually the one that is able, when I get sick, like I can generally gut things out to get stuff done that needs to be done. And I was legitimately bedridden for a solid like day and a half. It was like I knew it was coming. Um at least that, I knew that having COVID was coming. And I was not prepared to for like just that wall. It was, I don't even know how to describe it. Um but that intense fatigue lasted for like a day and a half, and then it was just the lingering, but I was able to like, get up and make sure that things were getting done and taken care of. Um and then the sore throat cleared up, and then the congestion came, and I'm still a little like on that one, and it was just one thing after the other. And um I also have generalized anxiety disorder, and it was like day of like not being able to keep up with what I felt like I need to keep up with like around the house just set my anxiety like into overdrive. And my sleep schedule is messed up. My routine is messed up. My motivation and ability to like get things done is just like not there right now, like um which I don't like, which feeling that way just it like all compounds. And so that is a big part of the reason why there weren't a whole lot of videos for a bit. It was just like I didn't want I didn't even feel like sitting at my desk. I didn't want to be in my office. I just I don't know what that's the easiest explanation is, like I just did not want to be in here. And that's pretty like uncharacteristic for me because I view my office, this space, as like this is my sanctuary. I spend a fair amount of my time in here when I'm not doing other stuff around the house. Like I'm either on the computer or I'm doing military work, or I'm doing, house maintenance type stuff. Um I have some friends that I mod for on Twitch, so trying to make sure that I'm available and when I can be to help out in their streams. And I just did not want to be in here. And so I've been coloring on my own, usually in the evening, after everybody is fed and the animals are all set for the night, and um kitchen is cleaned up and whatnot. I'll go sit in my bedroom for like 30 or 45 minutes and work on a project, not at my desk. And I think that's helped. But then part of me just felt guilty for not putting any content out, and feeling like what I did put out um wasn't the greatest. And I actually did film part of a watercolor Wednesday last week, and ended up scrapping it. And I still have the footage from it, but I was I don't know, I sat here and I filmed it, and it wasn't even the image. I will finish that. It was in the ink house, and I was watercoloring with distress inks. I wanted to do something different, and I was actually like really excited about sharing something different with you guys for Watercolor Wednesday, because numbers wise, those videos tend to um not do the greatest. um and I just, partway through just that the energy, not even like the physical energy of doing the the project, but like the mental energy, and it just wasn't there, and you could hear it in my voice. And I just came off like I was incredibly distracted. And so I was like, I can't I can't release this. this is not the kind of content that I want to, to put out. And so it again, anxiety, it just compounded on top of that. Um and so I just kind of, took some time to do some things for myself, and just try and figure out what I need to do to get my anxiety in check. And I'm still struggling with, motivation and energy levels, and just trying to get myself back on track. And so I did want to, do something um for the support Hannah Carlson hashtag, and in the things that people in the coloring community have got going on, for Hannah. And so I did the video yesterday, and I just wasn't really in a chatty mood, and it also ended up being a very long video, which normally I don't typically like to go past like an hour. And I ended up that video ended up getting a copyright claim on it. And I mean, I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter in that sense. But it got a copyright claim for a song that's not even in the video. And yeah, it said that I used the melody from some specific song at the beginning of the video, and all of my music that I use is either fair use or via Soundstripe, because I have a subscription with them, which includes the license to be able to use any of the music from their site. And my channel is linked directly to Soundstripe to automatically like remove any claims and whatnot. And so all of the music in that video was from Soundstripe. And so I went to do the dispute process, and I mean, I could have just taken the song out or attempted to replace it, but I just so I went to do the dispute process, and there's no option in there to say, hey, look, this isn't even the song that's in the video. And I linked it, like I had to just do a regular like dispute and link to the song on Soundstripe's website. And and now I have to wait for the publisher of the song that YouTube says is in the video to hopefully watch my video and be like, oh yeah, that's not our that's not this song, and hopefully clear it. And there's mixed information out there about whether or not having a copyright claim on your video affects YouTube showing your video to people. Like, there's mixed information, and there could be like a whole like host of factors for why that video isn't doing as great as some of my other videos have done in this period. It could be that it was uploaded at kind of a wonky time. I know a lot of people prefer the chatting videos to the music videos, and it could be, any number of things. But I feel like having that copyright claim now is affecting who can see my video, because it specifically said in the dispute that it may limit, that publisher limits certain countries um where the music can be played. So if it is legitimately restricting certain locations that now can't watch that video for a song that's not even in the video. And the thing is, like, it said that the song was used in like a little like snippet, like the first minute of the video, like the melody of it. That song was used through the entire video like at least 3 or 4 times, because normally when I do music in my videos, I will pick like 3 or 4 songs and just play those 3 or 4 songs, and then just repeat the track. So that song was in other areas of the video. And so it's kind of frustrating. So I did put in the the dispute claim, but now it says that it could take the publisher like up to 30 days to respond to the claim. And then it's like, what if they don't? What if they're just like, whatevs? And now I've got this video out there that if at some point down the road I ever get monetized or anything like that, now isn't eligible for monetization, like if they don't take it off, you know. So that was kind of frustrating. Again, definitely did not help my, my anxiety stuff as of as of late, cuz yeah, so I got that going on. And then just all of the stuff to get ready to leave for my extended work trip. I'm gonna have to turn the book sideways here for a minute just to get onto some of these leaves. I apologize. But yeah, like just all of the stuff that I have to take care of to be ready to leave and make sure that my husband and my son are set, and just all the things that need to be like put in place. And yeah, so it's been an overwhelming couple of weeks. And then of course I had to reschedule my jury duty, and I got my new summons yesterday. They were nice enough to let me pick when I wanted to reschedule it, and I just wanted like get it over and done with, so it's next month. And I feel like I will definitely be spending a few days in court, because my juror number now is I'm juror number 55. So I'm gonna have that in February, where it's basically like my life is on hold and I have to be available every day for a week. Thankfully, it doesn't conflict with any military stuff, but making any appointments like in advance, I actually think I have one that I will have to probably reschedule. Yeah, so a lot going on. But I hope that you guys are well. I have missed making content for you guys, and I'm trying to plan some things out for February. I would like to finish this so that we can choose another color along I did not bring my eraser in here, did I? Oh, it's fine, I'll fix it later. I went out of the lines over there. But on that topic, we unlocked community posts, which I didn't think happened until you hit 1,000 subscribers, and apparently they knocked that back. So it's 500 subscribers now, which we hit in December. And now I can actually post over there and update you guys when things are going on, and hopefully get you guys more involved in some of the the channel stuff, and choosing some of the things that we do, and so that's fun. And I'm really excited about having that option now. And what else? What? I should have well, I haven't recorded it yet because I'm waiting for a couple more things to show up. I should have a January haul video for you guys within the next few days. Most of it is that I bought this month. Some of it can be used in coloring, but a lot of it is actually more geared towards card making. I would like to do some card making over the next couple of months, to take homemade cards with me when I leave for my work trip, and be able to send them to my son. He really gets a kick out of it when my mother-in-law sends him cards. And so I thought that would be cool. And he likes homemade cards. He likes making his own cards. He actually, I think it was, can't remember if it was, for my niece or nephew's birthday or something like that, but he usually always makes them a card for their birthdays, and my sister says they keep them in their memory boxes. But I'd asked him, I said, I gotta go get, wrapping paper, so we can wrap your cousin's gift. Do you want me to pick up a card? And he said, no, I'm gonna make it. He's like, I don't really care for store cards. He said, I feel like they're really impersonal, so I'll just make my own. And I'm like, okay. And my son is 11, so for him to have that kind of like forethought was, although he continuously boggles my mind with just how intelligent he is, and the things that he comes up with. I definitely don't remember being that smart when I was his age. I guess a lot of it just has to do with what kids are exposed to nowadays. And we've always been kind of liberal in terms of like content and things like that, because my thought is, we have a lot of discussions about acceptable internet use, and what kinds of things he should be watching and what kind of things he shouldn't be watching. And I mean, obviously we have oversight. He doesn't have any of his, actually, I take that back. He has a TikTok and a YouTube, but his YouTube is linked to like my email address, so I can see um what he's what he's uploading um and whatnot, and he's never given me a reason to distrust him. And so lots of like conversations about that kind of stuff, and just the oversight of it, but also teaching him how to be responsible with it. Because some of my thought is on some of it is, if I don't open the door to having the conversation and teach him to be responsible with it, then he's gonna get exposed to it somewhere. And I would rather it be in an environment that I can have those discussions with him. And trust, I don't want him to feel like he has to sneak around. I feel like that's where trouble is, if he feels like he can't trust my husband and I to be able to have those conversations, and then he's going to sneak around and do it. So it's like, you want to find that balance between restricting certain content, have the discussions, but also determine what level of trust you have in your kids. And it's going to be different for everybody. But he's always been really responsible in terms of things like that. And we do let him play adult mature theme video games, but again, it comes with discussion and teaching him how to self-regulate and say, hey, if I'm getting to the point where this game is frustrating me, I need to take a break. I need to shut it off. And he's been really, really good about things like that. So he hasn't given me any reasons to distrust what he's doing. And I check in, we talk. And that's really, I think, for me, one of the most important things is, I can't sit here and say, well, back in my day, because back in my day we didn't have the access to as much stuff as they do now. So I can't be blind to it, and I have to keep up to date with the goings on and do my due diligence to make sure that I'm aware of what he's getting into. So like his TikTok, I'm a subscriber on his TikTok, so I can see his videos. And it's mainly just like game clips and little things that he does with his friends. And it's cool because like he gets really excited to show me what he's made, some of them, and he's a subscriber on my YouTube channel, so he'll come over sometimes and leave comments on some of my videos. I try not to leave comments on his TikToks because I don't want to embarrass him. Sometimes I do, and he'll come back and be like, "Mom, no, you can't do that." But he's in terms of that type of stuff, he's an incredibly well behaved, responsible, um, internet user. So if I could only get him to help out doing other things around the house, we'd be all set. But I feel like I know I'm not alone in that respect, in terms of like getting your kids to help out around the house. So I feel like that's like an eternal struggle. I like the way these are coming out. It's a nice oh, it's a nice contrast, I think, to the blue. And I definitely need to go in and do some work on her face. Maybe just some blending and whatnot. I don't like the she looks a little patchy, but I think I can fix that probably off camera. And then since these two sections are pretty much the same, they kind of mirror each other, I'll probably do this one off camera. That way the next video we can come back and work on our polar bear and the water, because this took me a little while, and so to be able to get it to look as close as I can get it to the other side might take a bit. But at least if we get the bears done on camera in the next part, and I can show you some of the technique I use for the water, I think that should be sufficient. These are pretty detailed. I've had to kind of balance out some of the on camera work and some of the off camera stuff. And then we'll be able to pick our next project. So I hope this weekend sit down and go through some of my books. I would like to do another Hannah Carlzon page for our color along this month. So I think maybe we'll do our first poll, and you guys can pick which. I'll give you guys a couple of options, and you all can pick which image we are going to work on. So hopefully I can get that going this weekend and be able to start it on the first of the month. And I have at least one flip through that I've been holding on to the book because I wanted to wait until at least the 1st of February to share it with you guys. So should have that coming as well sometime next week, and hopefully we can get back into doing the watercolor Wednesdays in some form or fashion. I miss painting, but I think it was necessary to kind of take a step back from that segment and maybe think about how we retool it and incorporate some other water mediums, and they're not just the paint. Okay, I'm gonna shift gears on the leaves for a minute and work on some of these over here. And this is Light Aubergine. I'm gonna bring in some purple. Just for some variation in our color palette here. Trying to think if there's anything else that I want to chat with you guys about. I need to sharpen this because some of these little details. Oh no. So yeah, I'm not using the electric AFMAT sharpener for these. I actually don't like how it sharpens my the Luminance pencils, so we're gonna just use the little manual. Oh, I feel like I hear a delivery person outside. Trying to keep some of this texture in here. Also, a little darker around these edges. And I'm going to come in with the white. Blend some of this out. I'm going to add just a touch of our violet pink. Kind of down here around the center. the way that looks. So let's go ahead and do that with the rest of these. I went a little too far on. That's okay. And I will put the colors I'm using in the description below. I'm really excited for the next two mythographic books to come out. I know Joseph Cadmium has one coming out, I think, in May, and then Fabiana Attanasio has one coming out in July. And from what I have seen so far, there are no more hidden objects. So it's super cool that they listened to the community that was pretty much like, no. It's like, I could have tolerated it if they were fewer, and especially the earlier books, more cohesive with the theme of the book. But I did, I'm not doing a book haul this month. It would be a lot, and it would some of it would be from last month. It would be a December or January book haul. But I did, after getting this one and really enjoying the process and kind of sparking a love for these books, considering I had 4 others sitting on my bookshelf that I just didn't know what to do with. And so this kind of sparked my creativity and my enjoyment for these books. And so I ordered the remaining books that I needed to complete my collection. And I am waiting on the last one. I believe it's coming from somewhere overseas. But currently the only one I am missing, and it is on its way, is Mythographic Paradise. And then I will have all of the current Mythographic books. I also like that they are single-sided, so I can use markers, which I hope to do. Actually, I was testing some markers, some alcohol markers in Aquatic yesterday. So I am I'm collecting the Tombow alcohol markers, the ABT Pro alcohol markers. And so I snagged a couple sets of those yesterday on an outing and was, you know, messing around and playing with them while I swatched them. So hopefully I can find something, work with markers this month. But I need to finish up some current projects first. Since I got it out, I got some green on this yellow, on my yellow here, so I'm gonna try and sharpen that off. And I am not sure. Got another little sneaky leaf behind here in the bottom of that. I'm not sure what color I want to do these little flowers down here. And then a lot of this little stuff down here I'll have to do off camera when I can pull the book a little closer and actually like see what's leaf and what's ice. Let me just see what I've got in my little bucket here. I could just do Alright, we're gonna do these little guys down here in, this is Brown Ochre 50%. Got kind of a peachy look to it. And I think, I don't know if this is, so this is actually one of the colors that I used for the bears, so it'll bring some color in from that. And then we'll just do a little bit of russet. I'm not super worried about doing extensive shading with these tiny little but just giving them a little something here. And that is Carmine Lake. Alright, and then we'll just do the centers of these. Bring some of that russet in. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You know what, while I have them out here, let's go ahead and while I have the browns out, and we're gonna do this branch that's coming across. I think we'll knock this branch out of the way, and then that will be a good spot to end things on for today. That's probably would have been a good spot for fine liners, but I don't have any of my fine liners out on my desk, and I don't want to stop to dig them out. So that's okay. I'll have to go in off camera and clean some of these edges up. But my eraser is in the other room. Alright. I know I've got another branch down here, but we are already at an hour. So I think that is going to be where we end it for today. So thank you guys so much for checking the video out. I appreciate your support. Thank you for listening to me ramble. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when I post additional content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.